I'd like to take a minute to set this up. Get your car. So first, let me play just a little bit of video here. Then let me set it up with my premise, and then I want to hear what you have to say about it. Yeah. So this is Anthony Fauci.
It's PBS, right?
Yeah, this is Anthony Fauci. Back in 2021, after the vaccines came out, going into minority because they noticed that the black rates and minority rates of vaccination were not as high as the rest. So they were basically going out with, you can see Muriel Bowser, the mayor on the left, basically trying to sell the vaccines to residents in these minority neighborhoods. And then they came across
that woman
one
was
guy.
Interesting. The woman you skipped over.
Yeah, I want to get to this guy. This is the guy, though. Yeah, I want to get to this guy.
Yeah, there's a woman.
Information that's been given to us right now. So I'm not going to be lining up taking a shot on a vaccination for something that wasn't clear in the first place. And then you all create a shot in miraculous time. It takes years to create vaccination.
Well, it used to take years.
Okay, it used to.
You know,
as it turns out, this guy knows more about the truth, and he turned out more right than Dr. Fauci was.
how many years were invested in this approach?
Yeah, no, I've seen
the
this
only reason I'm talking it, you're going to let this
Serious than the flu.
Well,
This year, virtually none, but the previous year, about 20 to 30,000. You know, how many people have died?
well, the number that you all given that died, that's once again, that's you all's number.
you going to pass.
Yeah, definitely. Because when you start talking about paying people to get vaccinated, when you start talking about incentivizing things to get people vaccinated, it's something else going on with that. Something else going on.
It is something going on with
something
that.
else
You're
going
right.
on
But
with
I'm glad millions of people like me and most everybody here. But
Well,
I won't keep you anymore.
It's okay, because
Watch what he says here as they walk away. This is great.
mine since y'all campaign is about fear. It's about inciting fear in people. You all attack people with fear. That's what this pandemic is. It's a fear. It's fear, this pandemic. That's all it is.
All right. So here's my premise, Andy.
By the way, this is from 2021, Mike. It's interesting that it's been kept under wraps all this time.
It is, isn't it? You've heard of the soft bigotry of low expectations. We often say that when we talk about how the liberal left looks at minority students when it comes to schools. Oh, they come from poor families. They're not that smart. They really are disadvantaged to the point where they're not able to learn. So we really shouldn't expect that much from them, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. You hear that a lot. Not from everybody, but it's out there, right? It's an unspoken bias among liberals who in turn accuse us of being the racists when we don't agree with their victimization agenda. Anthony Fauci, and white, and Muriel Bowser, black mayor, guilty, in my view, of the same thing. They went into that neighborhood thinking, I wonder why these black communities are not getting vaccinated at the same rate as everyone else. And they said it must be because they're stupid and uninformed. And when they met this guy was more informed than they were. This guy was probably more informed than you and I were at that point in time. This guy threw it back at him, this soft bigotry of racist low expectations that Bowser and Fauci exhibited right there. This guy threw it right back in their face, and they had nothing to say about it. Now, that's an extreme view of mine, but do you think that's why they went into those neighborhoods thinking, oh, here we are, we're the smart people, we're going to educate these less than educated minorities in this community?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
sickening.
It's very
Sickening.
patronizing.